Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we will create the Pokemon Gyarados, which won the poll. Also in this video I will pick the winner of Pikachu. You get that? Pick the winner of Pikachu? Before we start, let's have a quick look at Pokemon Go. This is a great 3D model of Gyarados. It wasn't mine, by the way, this was just a YouTube video. We start mixing the color containing of blue, turquoise and white, and this will bring us this nice bright blue for the body. Just cut away a piece of clay, this will be for the head, we will create later. This is the body, and you may have noticed the body of Gyarados is brighter at the bottom, so this will be the brighter ochre. I was mixing just some ochre and white. Just attach it to the blue warm you created before, and I really try to make look as if it is out of one piece, so that there's no gap between the two different colors. And we need some aluminum wire. This will be the shape of the body, and we can start cutting different elements of the body which Gyarados contains of. Just working on some details. Make a hole right in the middle, and you can start lining up all these elements we will create right now. By the way, I think this is the most difficult and complex Pokemon figure I ever created. So I'm really curious if you like it, how it turns out, but we will know in 13 minutes. It's also one of the longest tutorials I ever did, I think. Almost done. This is the last segment of the body. Just try to get it into shape, and then I try to close these gaps between these segments with my modeling tool. This takes some time, but it's really worth it, because it really looks amazing when the whole body is finished. Yeah, while I'm still preparing all these segments of Gyarados, let's make the poll. I really would like to know which Pokemon you want to see next on my channel. It won't be the next tutorial, but it will be the next Pokemon tutorial. Okay, meanwhile the body is finished, we can focus on creating the head. This is the piece of clay we cut away at the beginning. And you try to get the mouth into shape. I'm using my knife to cut it right open. And after that you just need some darker red. I mixed it some while ago, I think it was for a Pokemon. Just make a thin layer and use a modeling tool to bring it into position. The tongue is made out of a lighter, brighter red. So just place it in the middle, and after that we will focus on the lips. This is this kind of ochre we mixed before, so just some ochre and white. And you can place these ochre worms around the mouth to get really nice lips. You can already imagine these wide open mouth of Gyarados, because this will be the teeth, the dangerous teeth. I'm using my scalpel for cutting these and also for placing them right in position. Some of you wanted to know which kind of clay I'm using. This is all Fimo Soft, so it isn't very hard. The These are the nose holes, by the way. But you can still use this Fimo-Soft for cutting all kind of pieces, for example these very thin teeth, so it also works great. You've seen that I placed some black in these nose holes, and now I mixed this darker ball, some blue with black, and right now I'm placing it into the areas where the eyes will be. So it's just 2 triangles out of white clay. Place them on top of the darker blue we mixed before. And what is missing? Of course, the iris. For the iris of Gyarados, I'm using some brown and I'm mixing some darker brown. And I'm rolling this brown into the thin layer of darker brown. Well, it's almost black. And you get a filled roll. And now when you cut it open, you have a nicely framed ball, brown ball with an outline. And I think it looks amazing for this Pokemon. Yeah, placing the inner part of the eye, this black piece, and of course this shiny detail, just a tiny piece of white. Okay, this blue, well, I don't know what this is, but Gyarados has it, has these pieces. It looks some kind of a beard growing right to the ears. Just fixing it with the modeling tool, and there's also yeah, a similar part going right to the mouth. Placing it right in position. The other side as well. Yeah, the head is almost finished. What is missing? These characteristic fins. I assume these are fins at the side of the head. To be sure that the fins don't change the shape, I'm using just some aluminum wire. This is a very thin aluminum wire. It is okay for this very light structure of the fins. I'm cutting out the shape out of this white thin layer of clay. And well, after that we can attach it to the coated aluminum wire coated with blue clay. And after that we will place it right at the side of the head. Maybe these are also ears, I don't know. Yeah, I forgot to mention, this is just some detail work on these fins, and we will place them right behind the former thing we placed there, this blue piece of clay. Also on the other side as well. Yeah, almost there. The antennas of Gyarados, three different antennas. This is the same technique, so just take some aluminum wire, wrap around some clay, just shortening these antennas, and I really want to get them very sharp at the end. And this is the middle part, the middle antenna, bending the aluminum wire, and now we can use it to stick this third antenna right into the head, and it won't move and always will be right in position. Now we will create the last part for this head. This is some kind of a beard of Gyarados. I'm placing it right onto this blue plate, and we can easily bake it and put it into the oven for hardening. Now that the head is finished, we can think about connecting the head to the body. So this blue layer of clay is just some kind of a connection element we are using. So just get it into shape, and then, well, we can work on some more details for the body. There are some ochre parts with a black outline. I decided to make these ochre parts out of clay, and after baking in the oven, when the clay is very hard, we can use a thin pen for this black outline. So just place the pieces right at the side of the body. Also the other side as well. Just attaching them with my modeling tool. And then, well, there are some more fins on the body. They are nearly all the same size and the same shape. We need 4 pieces of these fins. Don't make it too thin, this white layer of clay. This will be our fin number 3. All the same size and shape. And this is fin number 4. It's a bit different. So just some kind of a variation in shape. And for this fin we will use our scalpel for some detail work. Okay, now we can put all the pieces together, placing it right on the body. For this fin I'm using some aluminum wire to be right in position and to stay in position. And now we can think about how to put the head right on the body. Just make a hole for this aluminum wire, and it's really easy. You really have to try it. And this is just some ochre I'm using for filling, placing a thin layer of blue clay above. And you remember this connection element we created before? Well, now we can place it right over this connection part. Put in the white fin using the modeling tool for attaching. Yeah, what is missing? The back fin. I'm still using some aluminum wire, making a very thin blue line, cut out this shape out of white clay, and now we can work on the back fin. This part is a bit difficult. You have to get this blue clay over the aluminum wire at the end of this figure. And then you have to make some space for this blue part of the clay over the aluminum wire. I will show that in a minute. Yeah. Remove this piece and try to place it into position. It's quite difficult, this part, but it's really great. When it works out, it looks amazing, I think. Okay, opening the mouth just a little bit more and we are ready to go into the oven. Here we go! Freshly baked Gyarados, removing the cups and the toilet paper. And now we can glue these beard pieces right to the mouth. I'm using some super glue for that, very fast drying, also the other side as well. And we will use the black pen for the outline of these ochre elements, ochre body elements. You can also use this black pen for an outline for these ochre body parts below. but I just wanted to go with an outline around these ocher parts. Hope you get me. And now this is just some transparent polish for the eyes, and it really makes the figure alive. And of course for the mouth and for the tongue. That's it. Now that we finished the Pokémon Gyarados, I will pick the winner of Pikachu. I ask you to add me on Snapchat and tell me what you want to see on this channel in 2017. Let's pick the winner of Pikachu. Yeah, I know that some of you complained that I only made this raffle for all Snapchat users. Don't worry, I will make some more raffles in the future for also all the other social networks I'm using. Add me on Instagram, on Facebook if you like. Okay, this Pikachu, you see this spot? The piece of paper which flies right onto the spot is the winner. And I think we have a winner, this one. Madsdale Pedersen. Congrats! Please let me know your address on Snapchat and you will get this Pikachu. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye! I'm so cute! No! Gyarados more cute!